Hello everyone and welcome to today's online class for class 11. Another form of representing the strength of solution is normality. To study this normality concept, let's take an example of a solution which contains 120 gram of NaOH in 200 ml of water. Now the solution, the volume of the solution is 200 ml. We know that to represent the strength of the solution, the volume of the solution is need to be taken as 1000 ml. So before converting that, we need to convert this given mass of solution of NaOH 120 gram into its gram equivalent. We know that the equivalent mass of NaOH is 40 gram. Therefore, gram equivalent of NaOH is equals to given mass of NaOH by equivalent mass of NaOH, which is 120 by 40, which will give 3 gram equivalent. Therefore, I can say that 3 gram equivalent of NaOH has been dissolved in 200 ml of water to produce a solution. Instead of saying 120 gram of NaOH is dissolved in 200 gram of water. Now to represent the strength of the solution, I need to convert this 200 ml of solution into the 1000 ml of solution. I need to express this amount of NaOH in 1000 ml of solution by 200 ml of solution contains 3 gram equivalent of NaOH. Now, if the solution was 1000 ml, in that case, the amount of gram equivalent of NaOH will be represented by doing simple unitary method. 3 multiplied 1000 by 200. By doing the calculation, we will get 15 gram equivalent per liter. 15 gram equivalent per liter or 15 normal. This is the basic concept of normality. This is nothing but normality equals to 3 gram equivalent, which was the gram equivalent of solute by 2000 ml was the volume of solution in ml multiplied 1000. This is one way of representing gram equivalent of one way of representing normality of solution. If I take this 1000 into its denominator, then the expression will look like V by 1000 ml by 1000, which will give gram equivalent of solute by volume of solution in liter, which I have written in the above portion of the in the above as normality expression equals to number of gram equivalent of solute by volume of solution in liter. And the definition is as follows: number of gram equivalent of the solute present in 1 liter of solution or 1000 ml of solvent. This is the basic concepts of gram equivalent per liter or normality. Let V1 of a solution containing M1 molarity of a solution that the volume of a solution is V1 and the molarity of that solution is M1. Therefore, the number of mole in the solution will be represented by V1 multiplied M1. This is the number of mole of the solution. Now let's dilute this solution, and the solution made, this new volume of the solution will be V2, and the molarity will also change to M2. At this diluted solution, the number of mole will be represented by V2 multiplied M2. Now in both the solution, the number of mole of the solute added was not changed, only the dilution was happening. Therefore the total number of mole in the initial stage of the solution and after the dilution will be same. Therefore I can write from this V1 M1 equals to V2 M2. That is the relationship between a solution of V1 volume having M1 molarity when it is diluted to V2 volume with a new molarity M2. Then the relationship between it will be represented as V1 M1 equals to V2 M2. Let's assume a solution having a volume V1 liter is having a normality N1. Therefore, the gram equivalent of solute dissolved in the solution will be V1 multiplied N1, because normality is the amount of gram equivalent in 1 liter. In 1 liter, the gram equivalent is N1. Therefore, in V1 liter, the gram equivalent will be V1 multiplied N1. If the solution is diluted without adding any solute in it, then the new volume will be V2 liter. And this V2 liter, after the dilution, the normality will also change to N2. Now this also represents that the gram equivalent of the solute dissolved in 1 liter is N2. Therefore, in V2 liter, the normality will be V2 multiplied N2. Therefore, I can write that gram equivalent of solute again in this diluted solution of solute will be V2 multiplied N2. Now we did not add any amount of solute after the dilution. Therefore, the total amount of gram equivalent of solute before dilution and after dilution will be equal to each other. Therefore, we can write that V1 N1 equals to V2 N2. This is the relationship between normality and volume before dilution and after dilution. Let's take an example of two solution mixture. So in solution 1, volume of the solution is V1 liter and the molarity of the solution is M1. Therefore, the number of mole of solute in solution 1 will be V1 multiplied M1, as molarity is nothing but number of mole of solute in 1 liter of solution. Therefore, I can say that 1 liter of solution contains M1 mole of solute. Therefore, V liter of solution contains V1 multiplied M1 multiplied V1 mole of solute. So the number of mole of solute in this M1 molar solution 1 is represented by V1 M1. Now in solution 2, similarly, volume of this solution 2 will be V2 in liter. Molarity of the solution, let's represented by M2. Therefore, number of mole of solute will be V2M2. Similarly, molarity is number of mole of solute in 1 liter. Therefore, as molarity of this solution 2 is M2, therefore we can say that 1 liter of this solution 2 contains M2 mole number of solute. Therefore, V2 liter of solute will contain V2 M2 mole of solute. So the total mole of solute in this solution 2 is V2M2. Now these two solution is mixed together and the new volume of the mixture becomes V, capital V, which is represented by V1 plus V2, and the new molarity of the solution also changed to capital M. Now the total number of mole of solute in this new mixture of solution can be found out by V multiplied by M. Now this is nothing but V multiplied M equals to V1 M1 plus V2 M2. Total number of moles of solute coming from solution 1 plus total number of moles of solution coming from solution 2. By adding these two factors, I can find out the total number of moles. Also, I can find out the total numbers of moles of the mixture by multiplying the volume of the mixture with the molarity of the mixture as V1 multiplied M1, and both of them will be equals because the total amount of mole from both the solution in the mixture are same. Therefore, V1 into M1 is equals to V multiplied M equals to V1 M1 plus V2 M. Let's take an example of this particular general chemical reaction. A of A is reacting with B of B to produce C of C and D of D. Now this A, B, C and D are the amount or mole number of the A that is reacting with the B, B mole number of B and producing C mole number of C along with D mole number of D. These are known as stoichiometric coefficient. We know that reaction of A and B cannot happen arbitrarily. They always happen on a certain ratio, mole number ratio. Therefore, the mole number ratio with which A and B will react is A is to B. This is the mole number ratio with which A and B will react with each other. Now let's assume VA, liter volume of A, which is solution with molarity MA, is reacting with VB, volume of solution B with molarity MB. Therefore, the reaction, the mole number, the total mole number of the solute A, that is the solute B that is reacting, number of mole of A in this solution of A is will be represented by VA MA, that is reacting with number of mole of B in the solution of B, number of mole of B, VB MB. Now this is the total number of mole that is been reacting with each other in the ratio of A is to B. So we can say that therefore A is to B is equal to VA MA is to VB is to MB, or A by B equals to VA MA by VB MB, or VA MA by A VB by MB by B. This is the relationship between the total amount of mole that is been reacting with another solution, the total number of moles of another solution. Normality of any solution is given by gram equivalent of solute by volume in liter. Now, gram equivalent of solution is given as given mass W by equivalent mass of solute E by volume of solution in liter. Now, W by E, this can be written as E multiplied V in liter, or W by E equivalent mass is given by molecular mass M by N factor multiplied V in liter. This is the equivalent mass equation. From the definition of equivalent mass was given, as we studied in our last session, that equivalent mass is equals to molecular mass by N factor. This N factor for base, for acid it was the basicity, for base it was the acidity, for salts it was the charge of the cations. This equation then can be simplified by given mass by molecular mass multiplied N factor by V by liter. This W by N is nothing but number of mole by V in liter multiplied N factor. Number of mole of solute by volume in liter is known as molarity into N factor. Therefore, normality of any solution and molarity of any solution, the relationship between these two representation of strain is given by this expression, where you can say that normality of a solution is equal to molarity of that solution multiplied by the N factor of the solute. For acid solute which is acidic in nature, the N factor will be the basicity of that acid. If the solute is basic in nature, then the N factor will be the acidity of that base. If the solute is salt in nature, then the N factor will be total charge of the cation. This is the relationship between the normality of molarity of any solution. Last but not least, this is another form of representing the strength of a solution known as ppm, parts per million. It is saying that ppm is equals to mass of the solute in gram divided by mass of the solution multiplied 10 to the power 6, that is 1 million or 10 lakhs. This is another way of representing the strength of a solution. Now, why I am taking 10 to the power 6 term? This is similar with respect to 10 to the power 2 term. When we were multiplying mass of solute in gram by mass of solution in gram multiplied 10 means trying to convert the amount of solution with respect to a percentage. With respect, when we are trying to represent this with respect to 10 to the power 2 factor, we are only taking 100. But when we are trying to represent amount of solute in the factor of 10 to the power 6, we are actually trying to represent this entire amount with respect to a 10 lakh amount of solution. Now, why we need to do that when we are already expressing it in terms of solution? Now, there are lots of other solutions you will find, like in a supposedly if you are to detect arsenic content in a water tab, in our normal tap water, the amount of arsenic content that you will find is a very minute amount. That very diluted amount of arsenic will be represented like in this form, 0.6 into 10 to the power minus 6, means 6, before 6 there will be 6 0, then a 6 will come, means that much amount of diluted amount, minute amount of arsenic will be found out in just one glass of water. So to represent it, to calculate it in a very easier number, instead of 100 ml, instead of 100 gram, instead of 100 amount of solution, we are trying to find out if we were to take 10 lakh amount of solution, what will be the amount of this solution. Supposedly, you have found out 0.6 into 10 to the power minus 6 amount of solution in 100 ml of a solution. This is a substance or a solute that you have found in 100 ml of solution. This is a very complex number to do calculation. So what you are trying to do, you are trying to find out in 100 ml the amount is 0.6 that we have found out. If it was 10 to the power 6, 10 to the power 6 amount means 10 lakh, 1 million, what would be the amount that we will find? This is the amount that we will find. This is a very finite amount to do calculation. That's why we need ppm value to do very dilute solution, to represent the strength of solute in very dilute solution. Then we use ppm. Most of our environmental studies are done in ppm, because in environment the hazardous gases or hazardous components are found in very minute amount. That's why the ppm term is used on those kinds of on those kinds of terms.